Hi, my name's Camila.
My name is Kyle.
My name's Dakota Champy.
I'm from Sunrise, Florida.
I am from New Jersey.
I'm originally from New Jersey.
I attend Florida State University.
I attend the University of Miami.
I currently attend the University of Miami, and this upcoming fall, I'll be a junior.
I've always been the most interested in criminal law. And so I went on Google and I searched up criminal law internships in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I saw this everywhere, like LinkedIn, Indeed, their website. And then I researched the firm, like all their accounts, the website, etc. And like I felt like their values really aligned with mine. And I also read a lot of their client testimonials and I saw the impact that they truly make on other people's lives. And I decided that it was the place for me.
I sought out an internship at the Rossen Law Firm because I was really interested in criminal justice internships, and I really didn't understand how the defense attorneys really operated and really defended their clients. I really was interested in like cases like the O.J. Simpson trial and like those TV shows. So really seeing it, like the day-to-day actions and the reality of criminal defense attorneys was really just interesting to see and educating for me.
So I was really intrigued in reading the description that came with it. What really drew me in was all the ample opportunities, to go to trial and then write all these motions. Especially in the fall, I just had a legal writing class, and that really drew me in, really wanting me to commit to the law field.
I'm definitely most excited to learn how to draft legal documents, just because, especially hearing from other law school students here, you don't exactly learn how to write legal documents that well. So having like the real hands-on experience here, I feel will be super beneficial to me in the future.
I'm most excited about learning the trial experience. I got to watch my first trial yesterday, which was really fascinating. I'm also interested in seeing kind of the motions and just kind of the attorneys actually like speaking for their clients in front of a judge and seeing how the real day-to-day operations in the courtroom is like.
Being able to test out my knowledge and apply it to real-world situations, that's what really drew me in.
One of the biggest things I learned how to do is how to properly write a case summary, because we've been looking at a lot of the major cases that the firm handles through the discovery and everything. So definitely like learning how to draft that legal document was super new to me, and I had no idea how to do it, but now I do. And I also got to sit in on a defense closing and rebuttal in court, and getting to see how both sides use their like strategy and legal reasoning was super cool to watch.
I learned a lot about like legal writing. I've been working on case summaries. I look forward to writing motions. I think that's a great first step to law school, kind of the legal writing of it. And another thing I learned is just how a trial goes, kind of how the defense operates and what they're trying to argue for, and kind of how they respond back to the prosecution, that kind of dynamic.
I'd say the most I learned was attending trial, because something when you read on paper, you're like, oh, that sounds easy. But then when you do it in front and actually apply it to real world situations, you're like, it's a totally different ballgame. So really just about presenting your facts in a certain way and really being able to create your argument. Not that it sounds good, but that it's persuasive, because a lot of the law is really being able to articulate your facts so that it supports your side and that it, rebuttals the counter arguments.
If I could sum up my first week at Rossen Law Firm, it would be this GIF.
If I had to sum up my first week, it would be.
If I had to sum up my first week with a gift, it would be.
My professional role model has always been both of my parents. I see how hard they work, and I definitely feel like a lot of my work ethic and discipline comes from them. So yeah, definitely my parents.
I'd say my biggest professional role model recently is Michael Milken. I think he is someone that was wrongfully convicted in a criminal defense trial, and it kind of shows how one could be convicted and still kind of overcome adversity in terms of still finishing out their career in terms of a great success and just being a good philanthropist and someone I admire in the business world and finance, but also kind of the legal part of it, where it really exemplifies the work of criminal defense attorneys to fight for their clients who they believe could actually impact the world in a significant way.
Both my parents, they're both anesthesiologists, so growing up it was very much when you work hard, you see the results in the end. Not that I'm going into the medical field, but I'm going into another field that is a lot of work and a lot of time committed to your practice. And just really being able to see that from a young age has really wanted me to pursue that really good passion into your role and just tough working. I mean, that's what it takes to really, go beyond in your field, and that's what I really hope to do.
My favorite core value at the Rossen Law Firm is definitely the get to yes core value, just because I've always believed in being as resilient as you possibly can. So that core value definitely sticks out to me a lot.
My favorite core value is open and honest. I think honesty goes a long way. You really don't gain anything from withholding information. Honesty maintains integrity, and integrity also creates respect, and that kind of open communication is an environment that minimizes a lot of mistakes and creates that kind of uniform environment that everyone is in a collective way that respects each other and just kind of is collaborative, and that's how success comes out of it.
My favorite core value is get to yes. I think it really just applies to, the firm's motto, don't leave a stone unturned. With me, it's that reading, all the discovery and everything that you get when it comes to all these motions and stuff. There's so much information, and just basically going through them, looking at every single fact, unturning it, and making an argument out of it, that's getting to yes. If you leave something unturned, you're not going to have your complete argument, and it's going to be an injustice in the end because you're not doing everything that you can to get the best result.